Welcome to Catherine's Plate. I'm Catherine. I want to thank everyone for coming to my show today. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. If you're not a subscriber, I want to welcome you, and then make sure you hit that subscribe button down below with the bell notification so that you know when my shows are posted. Alright, today is all about beef enchiladas and making them simple, easy, and delicious for you. If you know my channel's motto, you know that I like to keep everything simple, easy, and delicious. Alright, we're going to get started because I have just 3 steps to making these enchiladas for you today. We're going to be building a sauce, we're going to be making a meat mixture, and then we're going to just roll them all up and bake them. Are y'all ready? Let's get started. Alright, to get started, we're going to turn our burner on. In the pan, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to make a roux here. I'm going to melt the butter just a little bit there. Alright, to that I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of flour. Alright, I'm going to whisk this together for about 1 minute. What we're doing is cooking out that flour taste from there. Alright, to this we're going to go ahead now and add 2 cups of chicken broth. Alright, I have 2 cans of red enchilada sauce. Now these are 10 ounces each. I'm going to add those. And that's what it looked like right there. We're going to whisk this together. Alright, we're going to go ahead now and bring this to a boil. I'm going to add some salt and pepper to it. Alright, so we got a nice boil on here. What we're going to do is turn down the heat to low, and we're going to simmer this until everything else is ready. So just kind of keep it warm. Alright, so step 1 is simmering. Step 2, we're going to make our meat mixture now. Now I'm just using a frying pan here, a skillet. I've got 1 tablespoon of butter in here, and I'm going to just put a little slurry of some oil in there with it. And I'm going to heat this up, and then I'm going to cook 1 onion that I have diced up. Alright, so my butter oil mixture is bubbling now. I'm going to go ahead and add my 1 cup, well actually it's a 1 whole onion that I diced up. I'm going to saute this down for about a minute or 2 till they're soft. Alright, we're going to go ahead now and add our ground beef. I have about 1.5 pounds of ground beef here. Alright, so I'm using my meat masher here. Yeah, you like that? Yeah, I really love it. I use it for all of my ground meats that I like to brown up. So I just put it in my meat, twist and turn like that. It breaks it all up and cooks it really good. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just give it a little bit of salt and pepper. Alright y'all, so this is at the point where you can drain this, but since I've used such a lean meat, there is nothing to drain in there, and it absorbed the butter and the oil. So I'm going to go ahead now, since my meat is browned up, I'm going to go ahead and add 1/2 cup of my sauce that I made earlier. Alright? And then I'm going to add, I've got 2 cans here, but we're going to sit there and see how hot this gets. So this is a 4.5 ounce can of diced green chilies. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. go ahead and give that a stir. Alright, so now I'm going to add another half a cup of that sauce because I think it needs it. Want some more flavor in there. And then I'm going to add the other can of the diced green chilies. So that's a total of 8 ounces of green chilies in here. Alright, so I've tasted it and it just needs a little bit more salt and pepper and then we're done with this. Alright, so now it's tortilla time. Now you can use corn or you can use flour or you can use the mix, which, you know, I have a hard time finding. But I'm not really a corn tortilla lover, so I'm using the flour tortillas and my family likes these also, so I'm going to be using these. Now these are fresh flour tortillas from my local store. What I'm going to do is kind of cook that flour taste out of them, but we don't want to crisp them up, alright? So I've got my griddle here. You can use a frying pan and put 2 or 3 of them in there, and I'm using this one so I can get a lot of them done at the same time. Now, people also tend to fry these with a little bit of oil, but I don't do that because they get they're too wet at that point and greasy. So I just kind of lightly air fry them. Alright, so I'm going to lay these on my pan here and show you what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for them just to kind of bubble up a little bit, and then I'm going to flip them over. They're going to add a nice little brown spots on here, more than what are on here right now. Alright, so I've turned this one over. It's got some brown spots on there and it was kind of bubbling up a little bit. Oh yeah, perfect. So we're going to do the same to the other side. We want to keep them pliable, so don't overcook them, alright? Probably another 20-30 seconds and then we'll pull these off and I'll do the next batch. Alright, so you can see that it's puffing up a little bit, so we want to get that off of there and it's still pliable. So we want to kind of like put a paper towel between them. This will keep them soft and pliable. Alright, so I've got my meat mixture. Got my tortillas ready, got my sauce, I got a 9x13 baking dish that I'm going to be using. I've got some shredded cheese here, and then I got a landing place for the tortillas as I'm rolling them up. Alright, so I've got my oven preheating at 350 degrees, and I got my ladle here, and what I'm going to do is just take like a big ladle of this sauce here, put it in the bottom of my 9x13 baking dish, and then just kind of give it a shake around. This will keep everything from sticking. You can get the sides a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to take my tortilla, have something to grab a hold of it. I'm going to put it in my sauce, slather it both sides. Okay, so I'm going to lay it in, lay it on my plate. Now I'm going to take my meat mixture here. So you want to divide it by like 12 or 14, whatever tortillas you're going to be using, and that's how much meat you want to put on each one. And go all the way to the ends with it. Looks like it needs a little more meat. Yep, right there. Alright, I'm going to take some of this shredded cheese, however amount you want. Put it in there. And then we're going to take the tip of it, swing it around to the front, push in, and then roll. Now, I do seam side up as I place it in my baking dish because it just looks pretty like that with the meat coming out like that. See? Alright. Alright y'all, so I've got all of my enchiladas rolled here, and I got another little pan here. I did 13 of them, so I'm going to go ahead now and take the remaining cheese I have, well not all of it, and just kind of sprinkle it on the top. Alright y'all, these are going to go into my preheated oven at 350 degrees for 20 minutes, and all we're really looking for is a bubbly cheese on top. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright y'all, I'm just pulling this out of the oven. Oh, it's nice and bubbly. Look at that. Gorgeous. Oh, there's my other pan right there. Right, I'm going to go ahead now and sprinkle on some green onions for some color and some texture. Another layer of flavor. Oh, look at those, y'all. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go in and take some of these out of here, and then we're going to try them. Alright, I'm going to kind of sprinkle some pico over it. Alright, I'm going to put some cilantro on here. Alright, y'all, what do y'all think? That's my plate right there, Catherine's plate. My beefy enchiladas. I'm going in. Oh yeah. There we go. There's our bite. Mmm. Really? There are so many layers of flavor in here. Oh my gosh. Mmm. Oh. Okay. And then the freshness of the green onions, the cilantro, and then I put some pico in on top of it. Oh my gosh, y'all. And y'all saw me build this layer by layer. Alright. I've got some hungry people in there. I'm hungry and this is looking really good. It smells delicious. Like we're in a Mexican restaurant, I'm telling you. Alright, y'all. Thank you so much for coming to my show today. Make sure you comment down below and give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button with the bell notification so that you know when my shows are posted. Because you're not going to want to miss the next one. Alright, y'all. I will see you on my next episode.